Hey! What is going on, guys? Welcome to the SmackDown after WrestleMania 26. RBM has something cooking. He has something brewing, and it's going to be a great show. Because Raw was a great show, but it got a 69. So it
It
wasn't that
wasn't a
great.
great show,
It
though.
was. You got a 69, bro. But I liked my show.
Yeah, you liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah,
But it
you
got a
liked it.
69.
You liked it.
The game didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I'm kidding. It was all right.
And I got a new microphone, but it's not really connecting to the laptop. And I still haven't updated the graphic that you guys are seeing on your screen right now. I gotta update that.
Yep, that's right. RPJ, he is lazy, folks. Very lazy.
And we have our announcement of what the pay-per-view this month is going to be. Wait, hold on a second, RBM.
I'm holding on.
We don't have. Do we have an April show?
I don't know. That we did that like 30 minutes ago.
That was pretty
And I
recent.
booked a whole show.
I mean,
All right, we'll figure that out after
hold
the
on.
show.
Is Judgment Day the week 4? Yeah, this month. Yes, Judgment Day is the pay-per-view that we have a lot set up for this. I wasn't sure because WrestleMania was scheduled for March. Yeah, March week 4. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Judgment Day is the pay-per-view this month. So we're building up towards that. And we have that official. And we updated all of our events, so we'll have announcements on what the pay-per-views are going to be as time goes on. And so without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to RBM. And we had a pre-show match before this, Ted DiBiase versus Chris Masters. But we had to edit some storylines, so we had to exit and return the booking screen. But we're back with the second pre-show match.
Don't worry, you didn't miss much. It wasn't that great. Neither was this match. But, folks, welcome to the A show, you know? You saw what Raw had to offer. Even with the top stars that WWE has to offer, they could only get a 69, you know?
We're going to make a comeback, and we're going to kick your ass.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyways, so Awesome Kong squash match, and then we move on to the main event of the pre-show, a match I was actually very interested to see what was going to happen.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty decent. So in an all-out match, we had low-key Chris Sabin, Chavo Guerrero, Yoshitatsu, Billy Kidman, and Primo. Chris Sabin with a fucking 70. Hell yeah.
Loki did good. Loki did good too.
Yeah. Yoshitatsu did all right. Primo did all right. Chavo did all right. But yeah, Chris Sabin, he gets the win over Primo with a cradle shock. And there you have that. That ends the pre-show. But now we move on to the main show, folks. And how do you think we kick this off? Oh, excuse me. And we kick this off the only way SmackDown can. That's your cue.
Why is Primo and Paul Burchill in this segment?
Oh, never mind. Yep, with walking. That's right. So you have The Rock, Stone Cold, R-Truth, Primo.
But I don't
Paul
think
Burchill,
we scheduled Primo and Paul Burchill in there.
What?
I don't think we put Primo and Paul Burchill in there.
Yeah, we did. This is the walking segment, remember?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we got a bunch of people backstage. They're talking. You know, Stone Cold's talking with The Rock. R-Truth, he's talking with Primo, Paul Burchill, Natalia. She's getting catering. She's also talking. She's probably talking about how her husband's such a sweet piece of ass that she rails every night. Hopefully, Tyson Kidd. But yeah, but a limo pulls up. Dolph Ziggler gets out with Stephanie draped over his arm, and you know you can hear in the back, you can hear like R-Truth with Primo. He's like, "How in God's name could that man beat the streak? How in God's name could he be world champion? How could he, in God's name, could he be our world champion? So we see Dolph Ziggler. He brushes past his boss. He brushes past The Rock. He pushes The Rock out of the way. Actually, he moves past R-Truth, Primo, Paul Burchill, and Natalia. He and Stephanie, they're walking through the arena. They're walking through catering. Dolph Ziggler, he grabs a bagel, takes a bite out of it, and throws it in the garbage immediately. He walks to the entrance ramp. His music hits. He goes out to the ring. Commercial break. That's right, folks. You're going to have to wait a little bit before you hear from the man who beat the streak and became world champion. Well, the crowd's going to have to wait. You guys don't have to. Next segment.
You want to turn Steph?
Yeah, Turner. Yeah, so Steph's new gimmick is Horny Cougar. Even though she and Dolph are like the same age, but it's fucking funnier this way.
And you got it great.
All right, yeah. So she is very convincing that she just wants to fuck Dolph. All right, so yeah, there you have it. All right, next segment. All right. So Dolph Ziggler, he goes out to the ring with Stephanie McMahon, and he grabs the microphone. He holds the world title over on his shoulder. He says, "Now, as I was walking backstage with the hottest woman in my arms, I was hearing a lot of how in God's name could this happen? How in God's name could this have happened? Well, let me tell you. And for those asking why would God allow such a thing? Well, whether it's the WWE board of directors, the guys who are down on their knees scrubbing the floors, to the wrestlers in the back, I say this: I am God. More importantly, I am your champion, and I proved that on Sunday when I beat the streak and slayed the Undertaker in the main event of WrestleMania. So you can all call me champion. You can all call me king. You can call me Dolph. You can call me God. But to all those who, in the stands and backstage praying that I drop this title, just know this: I, your God, won't be listening. And with that, Stone Cold comes out. He says, "You beat me to it, kid. First of all, congratulations on your maneuverability to become world champion. But Dolph, you fucked up. You made a mistake cashing in on the Undertaker. See, you just don't do that in this business. This business is built on respect. Sure, I may run back in my heyday, I run down The Rock and the Undertaker quite a bit, but there was always a respect to it. I always did it to their faces. There were some things that were off limits, and the streak was off limits. If you beat him fair and square, that's great, but you cashed in on a beaten and battered Undertaker. You just don't do that." And Shawn Michaels comes out. He says, "Stone Cold's right, Ziggler. You wouldn't have been able to do it one-on-one. And what you did was cheap. I softened him up for you. In fact, I think I could beat you if I had the chance." And Ziggler says, oh, trust me, you would not be able to beat me, Shawn. HBK, you could not be able to beat me. You would not be able to beat me. I've been being trained by my main man for months. All this time I've been training with a certain man. And HBK, you really don't want to find out what he's taught me. Little pause. Holla, if you hear me, out comes Scott Steiner. That's right, All this time he's been trained by Scott Steiner. His ruthlessness. That's where he got it from. He credits his win to overseen at the Royal Rumble to Scott Steiner. He credits how far he's gone in such a short amount of time to Scott Steiner. The Rock comes out, and with that, they take their leave. And but before they go, Stone Cold says, "Well, Dolph, Shawn laid out a challenge, and it sounds like you'd be happy to accept it. So tonight's main event, just less than 24 hours removed from you winning that world title, you will defend it against Shawn Michaels. But Shawn Michaels, this is your last chance to become world champion. At least while Dolph is heavyweight champion. You've had so many shots. If you don't win it now, you cannot challenge for the world title for quite some time." And with that, Shawn and Dolph accept, and they leave. The Rock comes out, and he hugs Stone Cold, his old time friend. He says, "We've tore it up and down at WrestleMania, and now The Rock is Intercontinental Champion once again. So tonight, The Rock's going to lay out an open challenge. So stay tuned for that." With that, Stone Cold, he's left in the ring again. Bryan Danielson comes out. He thanks Bryan for putting in the hard work, and he says, you are gonna carry that title to the top. The light heavyweight title will be prestigious once more because of you. You are the future of this division. You are the future, past and present. But your first opponent needs to be major. So, and you're going to be defending that title right now against this man. Who's that jumping out the sky? R.E.Y. Mysterio. Rey Mysterio debuts on SmackDown, or makes his return to SmackDown with his old theme song. That's right, folks. And we're getting we're getting Bryan Danielson, Rey Mysterio, light heavyweight title on the line next.
Well, I'm gonna miss Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I like what you're doing with him.
Former WWE champion. Will he play spoiler to Bryan Danielson and become WWE light heavyweight champion? We'll see. Yeah, pretty good. In a bout that had great wrestling and great heat, Bryan Danielson defeated Rey Mysterio by pinfall with a dragon suplex. Bryan Danielson makes defense number 1 of the light heavyweight title. This match got the crowd hotter. You damn right. So pretty good match to start off. Both men putting in 82 performances. I would have thought this would have been better, honestly.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe
But
it's because
moving
it's
on.
space versus space.
Maybe. Moving on. Actually, we'll see. Never mind. All right, so afterwards, Rey Mysterio, he raises Bryan's hand. He hands him the title. He's showing respect. When they get beaten down by Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith, those sons of bitches. But Evan Bourne comes down and makes the save. What does this mean? Where do we go from here? Next segment. All right, hell yeah. All right, so Natalya, she's backstage in Stone Cold's office. She essentially says, "Hey, I've beaten every single woman on this roster, besides my bodyguard, of course." What the hell? Anyway, so Stone Cold says she wants
right
more.
clicked it.
Yeah, fuck you. Not really, but Anyway, so she says, "Hey, give me some new competition." Stone Cold says, "Yes." Now we come to Piper's Pit. The return of the Piper's Pit. And Roddy Piper, he's interviewing Shawn Michaels. He's like, all right, high stakes in tonight's main event, fella. If you don't win, you're not going to be able to challenge for the world title for quite some time. Maybe not even ever again with your advanced age. It's like, how do you feel about that? It's like, whatever. It's like, whatever. All that matters is I'm going to become world champion by the end of tonight. That little punk is not going to last 5 minutes with me. Folks, don't worry. This disgrace of a reign is going to be over soon enough. Moving on.
Since when does Roddy turn his face?
Can we just turn him face already?
It's not letting me.
All right, never mind. We'll do that later sometime. Who knows? All right, but next segment.
Ooh, good match.
Yeah, pretty decent match. So Michelle McCool and Mickie James, they draw after about 15 minutes with a double pinfall. I'm not sure how that happened. It just happened. But moving on. So they're arguing. They're screaming at each other. They're basically saying that they should be number one contender to Natalia's women's title. Mickie says she is like, oh, she should be number one contender. Michelle says she should be number one contender. But it was a draw, so who knows? How do we decide this? Definitely not a triple threat. Wink, wink. All right, next segment. All right, yeah. So we get the second edition of Piper's Pit this SmackDown. So Roddy, he's interviewing Dolph, Scott, and Stephanie. He's like, Scott is like, you back in the WWE, I never thought I'd see the day. And Scott says, yeah, you prickly old bastard. I'm surprised you're not dead. How's that? And he's like, you haven't changed, Scott. Haven't changed. And he's like, but Scott, what do you give Dolph Ziggler? He's like, I'm the genetic freak, the big bad booty daddy, white lightning. What don't I give Dolph Ziggler? I give him the pizzazz. I give him the lady magic. Let me ask you this. How many ladies was Dolph Ziggler scoring before Scott came into his life? Well, a lot, actually. But he was able to score the $1 billion princess since I was able to get into his life. And since I've started training him, he has beaten John Cena. He has won Money in the Bank, and he's beaten the streak. And Roddy's like, okay, cool. Dolph, people say you're a paper champion. And Dolph's like, good. I get to prove them wrong. I get to prove everybody wrong tonight. And Roddy turns to Stephanie. He's like, so, you're fucking Dolph Ziggler, right? She's like, yep, I am. It's pretty good, too. He's like, okay, cool. What does your husband think about this? He's like, oh, we hardly ever see each other. You know, I'm sure he has a side chick. He just hasn't fulfilled me recently. But Dolph Ziggler, this young strapping man, he's a world champion. He beat the streak. I mean, oh boy. And this, like, she's getting visibly turned on by talking about this. She's climbing all over him and shit. She's like, yeah, it gets me going. They start making out. Roddy's like, okay, it looks like we're gonna have to cut to commercial. Oh boy, they're going at it. We see Dolph's. He's in pants at this moment in time. We see Dolph's pants fly off, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, cut the feed. All right, next segment. All right, so Stone Cold Steve Austin, he says, all right, few announcements. Beer's good. It is good. I'm drinking scotch. I'm currently drunk. Also, we have Also, sorry, I'm paying attention to the UFC. Also, hey, pay attention. Hey. Also, we have a tag to crown the number one contenders for the tag titles. We're going to have a tag team tournament starting next week. Also, regarding the Mickey James, Michelle McCool number one contenders thing, I'll have an answer for you next week. I'm too drunk to make a decision. Goodbye. All right, moving on.
Damn.
80. All right, so The Rock, he comes out. He's like, finally, The Rock has come back to New York City, the Blue Cross Arena, in front of the millions and millions of The Rock's fans. And The Rock, he's going to host an open challenge. But who's going to step up to the plate? Who's going to step up to the plate? Who is it going to be? I'll give anybody a shot at The Rock's Intercontinental title. Just come on out. And then Jeff Hardy comes out, the newly crowned WWE Tag Team Champion with his brother Matt Hardy. He comes out and with a broken jaw. That's right. He is able to get out the words that he accepts the open challenge. And that when tonight ends, he will be the double champion of SmackDown. The Rock says the match is on and we get underway. And we'll see what the match gets. It's decent. It's all right. Jeff Hardy is working through an injury. But, cool shit. The Rock, he beats Jeff
odd
Hardy.
face heel combination.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Also, Jeff was hurt.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Rock makes defense number one of the Intercontinental title. So The Rock, he holds up Jeff Hardy's hand. They shake hands, but CM Punk comes out. And what does this mean? What's going on? We cut to commercial break. As The Rock and Jeff Hardy are leaving, CM Punk takes center stage with a microphone in hand. CM Punk with the microphone in hand, he all alone in the ring. Jeff and The Rock have left. CM Punk says, last night was the worst night of my life. I went on such a journey. I won the Royal Rumble just to get screwed out of that my WWE title at WrestleMania. It should not have. I should be on Raw right now with the WWE title around my waist. Instead, I'm here on SmackDown, sitting in the middle of this ring with nothing to show for it, and it makes me sick. I bust my ass to move up in the card. I break countless glass ceiling, grab countless brass rings, just for Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes, and the Big Show to screw me over. I had Chris Jericho dead to rights. And what do I get for all my hard work just to get screwed over? I get traded to SmackDown, where my boss is a drunk, and the guy I tried saving, who couldn't even save himself, Jeff Hardy, who was too high on drugs to do anything, got fired, got left the WWE. I kicked him out of the WWE on this very brand just for him to come back within a few months, and it makes me sick. So let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to make a change here on SmackDown. I don't know what, but a change is coming. And you can count on me. I may have failed to win the WWE title, but I will change SmackDown for the better. And that's a promise. So a heartfelt promo from CM Punk. He is obviously distraught for what happened at WrestleMania, but will that define his story here on SmackDown? Find out next time. Next segment. And in the main event, Dolph Ziggler defeated Shawn Michaels, and Dolph Ziggler sustained a bruised kidney. Oh, fuck.
Damn.
But Dolph Ziggler makes defense #1 of the World Heavyweight title. So he defeats Shawn Michaels. There you have it.
With a tombstone power driver.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah, it was a tombstone pile drive. The move he used to win the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
And defeat the streak.
Yes. But Dolph Ziggler, he's making out with Stephanie. She hands him the title. Scott Steiner, he's celebrating. Shawn Michaels, he is battered and bruised on the ground when we hear a familiar theme song hit as Stephanie and Dolph Ziggler lock lips. That's your cue. Yes, thank you, Arn Anderson. Silence. Sitting here in silence. When Triple H comes out, oh fuck. Yoshitatsu performed poorly. He had one job to get hit by his sledgehammer. He couldn't even do that right. What the hell was that? Alright, I assume that was a sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Alright, so Triple H, he is fucking pissed that his wife is cheating on him. He charges the ring with a sledgehammer. Scott and Dolph, they're trying to fight Triple H off, but it might just be too much. The Rock and Stone Cold and Yoshitatsu come out to try to break him up, but Yoshitatsu gets a sledgehammer to the head. That's how we end SmackDown. Oh my God. My God. And what do you think the show got?
I don't know. We
got the same, no predictions from you, Ben?
We got the same main event rating.
Yep.
I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm guessing a 76.
Okay. I'll say 75.
All right, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see this. An 80.
Yep. Fuck you and your 69. Kiss my ass.
Damn.
It's about storytelling, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I told some stories.
Yeah, and they were shit.
They were good stories.
It got a 69.
Whatever, I'll make a comeback next week.
You mean to tell me that your Triple H and Mr. Kennedy WrestleMania storyline was good?
No, I did not. What does this have to do with the WrestleMania? Let's not talk about WrestleMania. My Raw was good.
Really good stories.
My Raw was good. The Raw after WrestleMania was good.
It got a 69.
Yeah, it didn't do good in the game. And next week we're gonna do good. Next week we're gonna come back.
The only thing that your Raw after WrestleMania won was the right to kiss my ass.
Oh yeah, whatever. Let's see what happens next
SmackDown,
week.
But SmackDown, the A show will be better.
Yeah.
We've always been better, RPJ. We may have slipped up a few times. We may have felt sorry a few times and let you win a few times. But SmackDown is the A show.
Yes, whatever. And you know what? You're not going to be the A show forever because Raw is coming back, and when you least expect it, we're going to kick your ass.
No, Raw's gonna get canceled.
No, just watch. Raw's gonna surprise you.
It's gonna be low viewership.
It's gonna surprise all of the fans of the
Nope.
World War II series. They're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. Still, that's why it's not happening.
It's gonna happen. You just don't believe it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because it's not gonna happen.
I gotta learn how to use my people, bro. I got some new peoples, bro. I got a new main event scene. I gotta learn how to use them.
You had 3 months. You had 3 months to learn how to use your whole roster, and you could only beat me like 4 times.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not a bad start. When we start kicking your ass on a weekly basis, soon enough. We had an off week. Even though the show wasn't bad, we had an 89 segment. We had 76 just like your show, and we got a 69. That's some bullshit.
All right, so that's gonna do for today's episode, right?
Yes. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is RPJ with RBM.
It wasn't.
With
The A show director, RBM.
Yeah.
Now and forever.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even mad. I'm mad because my show got a 69. How did I get a 69?
Yeah, I should have gotten a 60.
It should have gotten an 81.
No, it shouldn't have. It really shouldn't have.
Bro, we had...
Segment.
Bro, I do not see that many differences from your show and my show in terms of ratings. We had...
All right, so that can do it for this episode.
Huh?
Is that can do it for this episode?
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is RPJ with... Yes, this is RPJ with...
RBM. Now and forever the A show.
And we are signing off. Peace.
You're never going to beat me again.